Hello everyone, welcome to Brilliant Bangers. After a long time, the Brilliant Bangers channel is back. And today, in this video, we will be discussing about the MCQs that can appear in the Indian economy and Indian financial system paper. And we'll be discussing 50 MCQs of Module A, that is the Indian economic architecture. So let's start. Question number 1. Which term best describes India's economic model? Is it the capitalist, the socialist, the mixed, or the traditional? Which one do you think? And to answer that, India has a mixed model. India's economy combines public ownership in core sectors with private sector participation. Hence, it is a mixed economy. Coming to question number 2. Who replaced the Planning Commission in 2015? Was it the Finance Commission? Was it the Nidhi Ayog? Was it the Economic Advisory Council or the MOF Policy Unit? What is MOF? Ministry of Finance Policy Unit. So what do you think the answer is? The answer is Nidhi Ayog. Nidhi Ayog acts as a policy think tank that promotes or helps in promoting cooperative federalism rather than the top-down planning. So it was Nidhi Ayog that replaced the Planning Commission in the year 2015. Question number 3. Which sector contributes the largest share to India's GDP? Is it the primary sector, the secondary sector, the tertiary sector, or the quinary sector? What do you think it is? And the correct answer is answer C. That is the tertiary sector, the service sector that includes banking, IT, and trade. Now contributes over 50% of India's GDP. So what are the things in the tertiary sector? It is banking, IT, and trade. The next question, the GDP measures. What are the things that the GDP measures? Income of Indians abroad, production within the national borders, the net national income, or the exports only. GDP measures income of Indians abroad, production within national borders, net national income, or the exports only. And to answer this, it is the production within national borders. GDP is location based and GNP adds net factor income from abroad. So GDP is production based, that is within national borders, and whenever it is from outside the border, it's called GNP, that is the net factor income that is from abroad. Coming to question number 5, which organization compiles India's national income data? Is it the RBI, the CSO, now called the NSO? So what is the NSO? The National Statistical Office, the Niti Ayog, or the MOF. MOF again, Ministry of Finance. I don't think that I have to explain what is RBI. So RBI, CSO, Niti Ayog, or the MOF. And the right answer is CSO, the National Statistical Office. Earlier, CSO, under the MOSPI, compiles the GDP figures. The National Statistical Office compiles the GDP figures for India. Fiscal policies relates to what? The money supply control, the government expenditure and taxation, interest rates, or the forex rates. So what does it relate to? The fiscal policies is managed by the finance ministry through the union budget. So what will it be relating to? It relates to the government expenditure and taxation. Fiscal policy mainly relates to the government expenditure and taxation, and it is managed by the finance ministry through the union budget. What does RBI's monetary policy aim? Primarily, increase exports, control the inflation and liquidity, collect taxes, or fix the fiscal deficit of the country. What does it aim primarily? That is, increase the exports, control inflation and liquidity, collect taxes, or fix fiscal deficit. And how does RBI's monetary policy do it? The RBI monetary policy mainly aims to control inflation and liquidity. For this, the RBI uses repo, CRR, SLR, and the reverse repo rates, etc. All these rates, the repo rate, the CRR, SLR, etc., to maintain the price stability while supporting the growth of the country. Coming to question number 8. Which of the following is an indicator of inclusive growth? Higher GDP only, employment generation and poverty reduction, trade deficit, or FDI inflow alone? Which one is the right answer? Employment generation and poverty reduction is the right answer, wherein inclusive growth measures equitable distribution of the growth benefits, not GDP alone. So, inclusive growth is for equitable distribution of growth benefits. Coming to question number 9. Which 5-year plan was the last before Niti Aayog's formation? So, before Niti Aayog, it was done by the Planning Commission, and it was all in a 5 years plan. Which was it? Was it the 10th, the 11th, the 12th, or the 9th? And the right answer is the 12th. That is from 2012 to 2017 was India's final formal plan before Niti Aayog replaced the Planning Commission. Coming to question number 10. Which statement about Sustainable Development Goals, that is the SDGs, is true? They were launched in 1992 at Rio Summit. They include 17 goals adopted by UN in 2015. India has no obligation to implement them, or they focus only on environment. What is the right answer? The United Nations SDGs, that is Sustainable Development Goals. They cover 17 goals, and India integrates them through national schemes like PMAY and Jal Jeevan Mission. So the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, they include 17 goals adopted by UN in 2015. And this is planned from 2015 to 2030. Coming to question number 11. Which of the following is not a feature of a developing economy? Low per capita income, high human development index, income inequality, or the dependence on agriculture? Which of the following is not a future of developing economy? Is it low per capita income, the high human development index, income inequality, or the dependence on agriculture? It is high human development index. It is a future of developed nations, wherein India still works towards improving health education and the income levels. So, high human development index is the right answer for this one. Question number 12. What does the per capita income measure? Does it measure the national income that is multiplied with the population, or the national income divided by the population, the GDP multiplied by the growth rate, or the GNP divided by the working population that is abroad? GNP is abroad. So, what does it imply? What does the per capita income measure? The per capita income measures the national income divided by the population. That is, it shows the average income per person, useful for comparing their living standards. So, the per capita income is national income divided by the population. Coming to the next question, that is question number 13. Who presents the union budget in India? I think anyone can answer this. It's the finance minister, and it is presented annually on 1st February, which outlines the fiscal policy for the financial year, upcoming financial year. Coming to question number 14. Which institution prepares the Economic Survey of India? Is it RBI? Is it Niti Aayog? Is it Department of Economic Affairs or the Ministry of Finance? Whatever you call it. Or is it the SEBI? Which institution prepares the Economic Survey of India? And the right answer is the Ministry of Finance or the Department of Economic Affairs. The Chief Economic Advisor leads this survey. It precedes the union budget. So this is done before the union budget, and the budget is presented as per the economic survey done. Question number 15. Which of the following is a capital expenditure in the budget? Is it the interest payments, the salaries, the construction of the highways, or the subsidies given? What is a capital expenditure in the budget? Just think of this. Is it the interest payments that is due, the salaries that are to be paid, the construction of highways, or subsidies that are given? And the right answer is the construction of highways. Capital expenditure creates long-term assets. So revenue expenditure meets day-to-day needs. The only capital expenditure in this list is the construction of highways, which is for a long-term basis. Interest payments, salaries, and subsidies are revenue expenditure. Those means the day-to-day needs. Coming to question number 16. What does the fiscal deficit indicate? What does fiscal deficit indicate? Excess of revenue expenditure over the receipts, excess of total expenditure over total receipts, excluding the borrowings. Is it total public debt, or the difference between imports and exports? So what is it? What does fiscal deficit indicate? Is it excess of revenue expenditure over receipts, excess of total expenditure over total receipts, excluding borrowings, or is it the total public debt? Or option D, is it the difference between imports and exports? The question is, what is fiscal deficit? So fiscal deficit is total expenditure minus revenue receipt plus non-debt capital receipts. So answer is excess of total expenditure over the total receipts, excluding the borrowings. Fiscal deficit, what is the fiscal deficit? It is total expenditure minus the revenue receipts plus the non-debt capital receipts. So here we can say that the excess of total expenditure over total receipts excluding borrowings is what fiscal deficit indicates. Who is responsible for controlling inflation in India? Is it the Finance Ministry? Or is it the RBI through monetary policy? Is it SEBI or the Planning Commission? Now you can cut off option D. Planning Commission doesn't exist nowadays. It's a Niti Aayog doing the work. Now we have option A, B, and C. So who is it? And the right answer is option B. RBI uses the repo and reverse repo rates to manage liquidity and price stability. So RBI is responsible for controlling the inflation in India. Which committee recommended the formation of NABARD? A. Malhotra Committee, B. Shivaraman Committee, B. Shivaraman Committee, C. Khusro Committee, or D. Nariman Committee. Who had recommended the formation of NABARD? Can I get the answer? So it was B. Shivaraman Committee that recommended the formation of NABARD. Coming to question number 19. RBI's repo rate refers to what? All are bankers, and you wouldn't know this in the fingertips. Rate at which banks lend to RBI, rate at which RBI lends to the banks, the savings deposit rate, or the treasury bill yield. Answer is rate at which RBI lends to the bank. Repo is a repurchase agreement. That is a main tool for short-term liquidity control. Coming to question number 20. Which index measures changes in retail prices in India? Is it the WPI, the CPI, the IIPI, or the GDP deflator? What is WPI? Wholesale price index. What is CPI? The consumer price index. IIP, what is it? Anyone who can comment. Industrial index, what is it? Or the GDP deflator? And the right answer is consumer price index is the official measure of inflation for monetary policy decisions. Coming to minimum support price. This was announced for which sector? Industries, services, agriculture, or exports? It was announced for the agriculture sector. MSP protects farmers from price fluctuations. So it was declared by the government through the CACP recommendations. So MSP is for the agriculture sector. Which of the following best describes inclusive effort? Growth benefiting only urban areas, growth shared by all sections of society, growth focused on exports, or growth with high inequality? What do you think is the answer? Inclusive growth. The answer is B, growth shared by all sections of society. Inclusive growth bridges income and opportunity gaps across the society. Coming to question number 23. Which organization monitors India's SDG progress? Is it the Finance Ministry, the Niti Aayog, the UNDP, or the CSO? SDG is automatically something that came from United Nations. So who monitors India's SDG? Is it the Finance Ministry, Niti Aayog, UNDP, or the CSO? The right answer is Niti Aayog publishes the India's SDG index to track statewide progress. So it is the Niti Aayog which monitors India's SDG progress. Question number 24. The term Human Development Index, that is HDI, was introduced by which organization? Was it UNESCO? Was it UNDP, the UNICEF, or the World Bank? It was introduced by UNDP. HDI combines life expectancy, education, and income to measure the development. It was done by United Nations Development Program. HDI was introduced by UNDP. Which of the following is not part of India's primary sector? Is it agriculture, fishing, textile manufacturing, or mining? So what are the primary sector works? Primary sector works are agriculture, fishing, and mining. Textile manufacturing doesn't come. Manufacturing belongs to the second sector. So the right answer is C, textile manufacturing. Question number 26. The share of service sector in GDP is about. We had discussed it earlier in the same video. It's more than 50%. The answer is D. Service sector roughly contributes about 55 to 60% of India's GDP. Question number 27. Which of the following statements about Niti Aayog is true? It allocates fund to states. It is a statutory body. It acts as a policy think tank. It prepares the budget. What do you think is the answer? Does it allocate funds to states? Or is it a statutory body? Does it think as a policy think tank? Or does it prepare the budget? The right answer is it acts as a policy think tank. Niti Aayog advises center and states and encourages innovation and cooperation between them. So, Niti Aayog is a policy think tank. Question number 28. Which is not an objective of India's economic planning? Balanced regional growth, full employment, population control, or maximizing inequality? What is not an objective of India's economic planning? The answer is D. Reducing inequality is a core goal of planning. So the answer is maximizing inequality. Which body issues the economic census? Is it the NSO, RBI, NABARD, or SEBI? We had discussed about the same topic earlier also, I think in question number 9 or 10. Which body issues the economic census? It is the National Statistical Office which conducts it and count establishments and employment across India. So the right answer is A, NSO, National Statistical Office. Question number 30. Which index measures industrial production? The WPI, the IIP, CPI, or the GDP deflator? Which one measures industrial production? Is it the wholesale price index A, the consumer price index C, the GDP deflator D, or IIP? It is IIP, the Index of Industrial Production. It tracks outputs in manufacturing, mining, and electricity. Which of the following best represents disguised unemployment? Workers without jobs, more workers than required on a task, unemployment due to seasonal fluctuations, or educated unemployment. So what do you think the answer is? Workers without jobs, more workers than required on a task, unemployment due to seasonal fluctuations, or educated unemployment. Which of the following best described disguised unemployment? And the right answer will be more workers than required on a task. Common in agriculture sector. Extra workers add zero marginal productivity. You know what the yield is going to be, or you can expect what the yield is going to be. And the job to be done in a particular area is to be done by only a minimum number of people. This is what happens when more workers come on a same job. India's demographic dividend refers to what? Growth due to industrialization, advantage of large working age population, rise in the exports, or increase in foreign debt. What do you think the answer is? India's demographic dividend refers to what? The right answer is B, advantage of large working age population. A younger workforce offers potential for faster growth if skilled and employed, and India has it. Question number 33. Which organization releases India's index of 8 core industries? Is it the RBI? Is it the Office of the Economic Advisor, MOCI? Is it the SEBI or the Niti Aayog? And the right answer is Office of Economic Advisor. It tracks output of key industries like the cement, steel, coal, power, etc. So all these industries are being tracked by the Office of Economic Advisor, which is not a tool of monetary policy. The repo rate, the CRR, open market operations, or the subsidy allocation. Repo rate, CRR, open market operations, or the subsidy allocation. Of course, the subsidy allocation is not a tool of the monetary policy. Subsidies belong to fiscal policy. Monetary policy is being handled by the RBI. When inflation is caused by excess demand, it is called a cost push, demand pull, stagflation, or hyperinflation. What do you call it? Cost pull, cost push, demand pull, stagflation, or hyperinflation. And the right answer will be demand pull. Too much money chasing too few goods is a classic demand pull situation. When you have too much money and too few goods to purchase, what do? You put in all the money. A demand is created. Coming to question number 36. Which organization regulates India's capital markets? Is it RBI, the SEBI, IRDAI or PFRDA, the RBI, the SEBI, IRDAI or PFRDA. I think everyone knows the full form of all these organizations and all are regulators. And India's capital market is regulated by SEBI. SEBI ensures investor protection and market integrity, and this was started since 1992. Coming to the next question, question number 37. The term disinvestment means government buying back shares, government selling its stake in PSUs, private sector funding public schemes, or reduction of FDI. What is FDI? It's foreign direct investment. So what is disinvestment? Disinvestment is when government starts selling its stake in their PSUs. So answer is B. Disinvestment mobilizes resources and improves the efficiency in public enterprise. Coming to question number 38. Which of the following is a public good? Which of the following is a public good? Electricity, education, national defense, or the healthcare? Normally, these public goods are non-excludable and non-rival. Public goods are non-excludable and non-rival. So, national defense is a classic example of this. National defense is a public good. The Monetary Policy Committee, the MPC, of RBI consists of how many members? Is it 3, 5, 6, or 7? 3, 5, 6, or 7? The MPC consists of 6 members. That is 3 from RBI, which includes the governor, and 3 members appointed by the government. So that makes a total of 6 members in RBI, wherein the governor is given an extra hand of voting. In this condition, if there is a decision to be made and there are 3 votes each done from these 6 members, the governor has an extra vote wherein he can decide what is to be done. So there are a total of 6 members and governor has 2 votes if the decision comes and stays in a tie. Question number 40. Which statement about India's balance of payments is true? It records only trade transactions. It records all economic transactions with the world. It includes only capital account. It excludes remittances. So what is balance of payment? Balance of payment includes current and capital flows. What is a current? It's an account of goods or services or income. So current flows and capital flows and shows the country's external position. So the answer is it records all economic transactions with the world. Balance of payment is what? It records all economic transactions with the world countries. So we had gone for 40 MCQs. Now we will have 10 case study questions, out of which there will be 2 case studies and 5 questions each from that particular case study or based on that case study. So case study 1, wherein India's agricultural reform and rural growth. Government initiates rural infrastructure programs, that is better roads, warehousing, and digital payments to farmers. It is aimed at improving market access and reducing leakages. Bank credit to farm sector rises 15%. MSP revisions and crop insurance expand coverage. This is case study on India's agricultural reform and rural growth. The case is government initiates rural infrastructure programs with better roads, warehousing, and digital payments to farmers. So it is aimed at improving the market access and reducing leakages. Bank credit to farm sector rises 15%. MSP revisions and crop insurance expand the coverage as well. So based on this, the primary sector growth mainly affects which economic objective? What does the primary sector growth mainly affect? Or which objective does it affect? It affects the inclusive growth. Rural development ensures growth between or the growth benefits reach farm communities wherein inclusive growth is the main thing. Rural development ensures growth benefits to reach the farm communities. So this is the primary sector growth. Mainly affects inclusive growth. Coming to the second question, the same case study. Increased credit flow to farmers represents which type of policy support? You can read that. There is a increase in credit flow to farmers. So what type of policy does it support? Is it fiscal? Is it monetary? Is it structural? Or is it trade? Coming to this, the priority sector lending is a monetary initiative guided by the RBI policy position. So it is automatically B, monetary policy support. Priority sector lending is what is being used here. Coming to question number 43. Which institution plays a lead role in rural credit development? So which is the institution that plays the lead role in rural credit development? Is it the NABARD, the SEBI, the Exim Bank, or the IRDAI? One of the easiest questions. And the answer is NABARD. NABARD provides refinance and development support to all rural institutions. Priority sector lending is also done. So automatically, NABARD provides refinance and development support to the rural institutions. Coming to question number 44. Crop insurance schemes contribute to which United Nations Sustainable Development Goal? Is it zero hunger? Is it the affordable energy? Is it industry innovation? Or the climate action? What is the answer? And the right answer is zero hunger, option A, wherein Sustainable Goal 2 targets food security and sustainable agriculture. What does SDG 2 target? It targets food security and sustainable agriculture. Coming to question number 45, or the fifth question of this case study. Improved warehousing reduces post-harvest losses, thus impacting what? The GDP deflator, supply chain efficiency, import dependency, or the tax revenue? The answer is option B, the supply chain efficiency, wherein better infrastructure increases agricultural output and rural income, boosting overall growth. So the better infrastructure increases agri output and the rural income. So therefore, improved warehousing reduces post-harvest losses, thus impacting what? The supply chain efficiency. Coming to case study number 2. While going through the case study, it is on the digital economy and financial inclusion in India. The government and RBI promote UPI, Aadhaar-linked DBT, direct beneficial transfer, and PMJDY, Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana accounts. Digital payments rise rapidly, reducing cash dependence. Banks seek growth in small savings and credit through fintech channels. So, on this base, we are going to have 5 more questions where we will end our session also. So, coming to question number 46, digital payments growth impact which sector the most? Is it the primary, the secondary, the tertiary, or the quaternary? Which sector does it impact the most? If you have reached till this place, now I think I can request you to subscribe to my channel, or at least give a small like, which will give a lot of, what do you say, emotional strength to come back and give you more videos of the same type. I am all sorry. I am already in the preparation of creating videos on module B, C, and D, and it will be lining up in the very few hours or days before your examinations. I would like to get a like or subscription from you if you have not yet subscribed. Okay, question number 46. Digital payments growth impacts which sector? The answer is C, tertiary, meaning financial and IT sectors belong to the tertiary sector, which is the core of digital economy. So, digital economy is from the tertiary sector. Coming to question number 47, which scheme promoted universal banking access through zero balance accounts? One of the easiest again, PMJDY, Atal Pension Yojana, PM Kisan, or the Startup India? Automatically, everyone knows the answer. Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana is India's flagship financial inclusion program. So, this was what promoted the universal banking access through zero balance accounts. Question number 48. Aadhaar-based direct benefit transfers helps in reducing what? The fiscal deficit, leakages and ghost beneficiaries, exports, or the capital flows? You have the answer in the question itself. What does Aadhaar-based DBTs help reduce? It helps reduces the leakage and ghost beneficiaries. It ensures subsidies reach genuine beneficiaries directly. Coming to question number 49. Financial inclusion supports which major economic objective? Is it price stability, equality of opportunities, industrial expansion, or the fiscal surplus? Price stability, equality of opportunity, industrial expansion, or fiscal surplus? Inclusion promotes access to finance, reducing inequality. So the answer is B, equality of opportunities. Coming to the last question of the session. Which RBI initiative supports the expansion of digital payment system? Is it BBPS, the Bharat Bill Pay System, the FPI regulations, foreign portfolio investor regulations, the CRR policy, the open market operations? And the answer is A. BBPS and UPI are RBI backed systems for secure nationwide digital payments. So with this, we end this video. We will be coming with a part 2, that is module B, module C and module D in different videos. Do like, share and subscribe so that you can watch our upcoming videos. Jai Hind. This is Nishant signing off.